What's going on there, guys? It's Devon703 here, and please excuse my voice. I have got a bit of a cold, but today I'm bringing you guys the review of Spider-Man PS4. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, this game, like me personally, I thought it was absolutely fantastic, and Insomniac Games done an absolute brilliant job on it. And I look forward to the DLC coming out because it's all I've really got left in the game. So anyway, I have been playing the game a lot recently. I completed the main story relatively quickly, as that's all I wanted to do. Every time it came up that there was a main mission, I would just obviously go do that. That's kind of what I was doing in the game. All the side quests and stuff, I would do it if I was near it at the time, but they were mostly after I'd completed the main story. Now, as far as this review goes, there's going to be some spoilers because I'm going to talk about the main story a lot. So if you haven't played the game and you want to play the game and save it for yourself, then you might as well click off now. But anyway, guys, here is my honest review of Spider-Man PS4. So basically, at the start of the game, it has a good start, and we know going into the game that it's an experienced Spider-Man. It's not an origin story or anything like that. But yeah, like you could just go straight into this game and it was just like you could pick it up almost instantly. You really get thrown into the deep end to start off with though, because in the very first mission you've got a boss fight against Kingpin. And the only thing is, I'd say, is maybe that shouldn't have happened at first, or at least if they were going to do that, make Kingpin not get caught, because I know it kind of revolves around the story that he needs to get caught, but like I would have liked to see more of him instead of just like his crew or whatever you want to call them. But no, the main villain that it builds up to see, and this is where the spoiler would come in. The main villain that pops up is Doctor Octopus, and it's because the way it happens is you've actually got Peter Parker's actually got a job, and Otto Octavius is technically who he's working with, and you just kind of create like the villain. And that's something I thought was absolutely amazing about the story, like the fact that you helped to create him. And it is mentioned in it, and so many trailers were building up that like Mr. Negative was the main villain. It is to a certain extent because of what the demons do. But of course, because it was such a mystery and stuff, obviously the main villain has got to be seen as Otto Octavius. And I don't know, it was so, like, I was so, like, into the story. I remember sitting playing it, and you kind of feel like it's, well, obviously you know it's not a movie, but it's kind of in the same way. It's like you kind of just get lost in it and you just want to know what happens next. And that explains why I completed the story as quick as I did, because the side missions, yeah, they were good, but I just wanted to keep going with the story. I wanted to know what was happening. I'd say if I had to bring up a negative about the game, and there wasn't many, trust me, it's just that the boss fights were quite, like it was one of those ones where you do a certain amount of dodges and stuff, and then you do the same type move a couple times, and then that same defeated. Like, yeah, there were some times when that didn't happen so much, but to be honest, it would be really difficult to just make you fight a boss from the start. But I gotta say, one of my favourite things in the game, parts of the game anyway, was when you were fighting Mr. Negative on a train. Now that was really good. I wish I could have got a clip of that, but obviously I'd have to play for the story again. But no, it was actually quite good, and I had like a little reference to the second movie, which was also the original second movie, and that was that's quite cool to see things like that. I'll take a minute here, and I'll take a minute or two here, and I'll start talking about like the side quests and stuff. So, more along the lines of what I'm talking about here is that there's backpacks to be found, and this is how you would unlock the homecoming suit. Now there's stuff like that's really cool how they've got stuff like that for you to unlock suits, but just in general it keeps you busy in the game. But there's like a lot of other things to do rather than the main story. You had Black Cat stakeouts, which Obviously they weren't the most interesting in the world, but once you do all of them, it gets really interesting, and you find out the story behind Black Cat, because it is confirmed that she's going to be in the first DLC that comes out in October. So it was quite good to get that, and you also get a really cool suit from it, so that could be a bonus. You also have taskmasters, like challenges all about the place, and what's really cool is that once you complete half of them, you get to actually fight Taskmaster until I'm not even going to bother saying that word, but until he just runs away. But you know, it was still cool because that was another villain introduced, but it was kind of like just like he just chucked in there, and it's quite cool. It also mentions the Avengers halfway through one of the fights anyway, because you do face them again once you complete all the challenges, but this time this is when you actually defeat him, and he actually has like a purpose. It was something about they wanted Spider-Man on a team or something, and he would get paid a lot of money, but it'd be obviously doing bad stuff and that, so obviously, you know, the hero wouldn't do that. And I suppose if I was to mention one more thing, that would be absolutely amazing. It's just that I quite enjoyed the fact that you could play as people other than Spider-Man. I mean, obviously you don't get to do that in the open world, but it was still cool to add them into the story. And also having Miles Morales in the game in the same universe as Peter Parker, and then also having it like combine, and you also get to see Miles' story from a certain point, and it actually is a bit emotional. So there you go, that got added in. Now I will spoil the very last scene because it's talking about Miles and Peter Parker in the same universe. Miles actually does get bitten by a spider, so that is referenced, and that could possibly be a DLC that comes out in the future, because you never know what Insomniac could do with that. But at the end of the game, after all the credits, Miles is helping Peter move into his new apartment, and they both share a moment where they're both jumping onto the ceiling. It's actually like, it's quite funny, but it's also like quite a cool thing to happen. So as far as it stands for the end of the game, it had a really good ending. You kind of just take out all 6 of the villains each, except it was like 2 at a time. I'm pretty sure it was Rhino and Scorpion. They were like in the middle, but the people you take out first is Electro and Vulture, and those missions were actually really good, especially the Vulture and Electro one, because that involved a lot of swinging and air combat, and that was just like fantastic as well. But the last mission is basically you against Otto Octavius, and he kind of just gets back to like his normal self almost, but you need to do something different that you've never seen before, where he makes a different type of suit. But it's also, you know, like, it was quite good in that, and it was something I was quite a big fan of. Overall, I rate the game highly, and if anyone out there is watching this video and wasn't sure about buying it or anything like that, then I would highly recommend it, because it's a very good game, and with DLC coming out, it can only get better. And I hope that possibly they could almost bring in a new story into the same game. I understand that could be expensive, but I mean, I'd happily buy it to do another story and stuff. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and the mic cut out, so I'll just finish this off now. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed this review and want to see more videos like it, then leave a like on this video and let me know. Anyway guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.